In international diplomacy, there's often talk of walking a tightrope, but rarely has that rope been stretched so precariously between two ideological towers. One, the European Union's technocratic fortress of green regulation and trade certainty. The other, the baroque, bombastic unpredictability of a Trump White House where tariffs are blunt instruments and free speech a weaponized demand. The damage done by Donald Trump to the United Kingdom is already considerable. Not physical, but systematic and aggressive. And it's that corrosion of trust, that destabilization of trade, the importation of political coercion through economic means, that's what the damage is. The UK under Starmer now faces an unenviable decision to align with the EU on green levies and regulatory regimes to stabilize post-Brexit trade, or to bend at least partially to Trump's erratic will in pursuit of a volatile and narrow bilateral deal. So much of this comes down to the Brexit decision itself. Whether Brexit was good in concept, I happen to think not. Whether it was properly or effectively managed and imposed, I happen to think not. Two issues. They're not the same. But let's not forget that Trump's tariffs, 25% on steel, aluminium and cars, has already begun to bite. Jaguar Land Rover, the symbol of British industrial prowess, has paused shipments to the US. Pharmaceutical giants such as AstraZeneca and GSK face new threats, with Trump floating a 25% tariff on medicines, undermining one of Britain's most valuable and sensitive export sectors. The special relationship, it seems, has become economically transactional and emotionally extortionate. Trump's administration, via Vice President J.D. Vance, a gerbil, has made it plain. Trade deals will not be about trade alone. They will require ideological compliance on free speech, on digital taxation, and even on online safety regulation. Britain, we're told, must repeal hate speech laws to curry favour with the Heritage Foundation wing of the Republican Party. This is no longer trade diplomacy. This is political leverage disguised as economic partnership. Meanwhile, Starmer's proposed alignment with the EU's carbon border adjustment mechanism, a green tariff to protect European industries, makes economic sense. Without it, British businesses will hemorrhage up to £800 million a year to Brussels in green taxes. But with such alignment, we could drag Britain directly into Trump's trade war with the EU, turning carbon diplomacy and into collateral damage. What is now clear is that Trump's strategy is no longer merely protectionist. It is about global exclusion. You are either with him or you are against him. Countries may choose between Washington and Beijing. He demands loyalty, not partnership. This puts Britain in a bind. To court the EU means inviting American wrath. To appease Trump means abandoning food safety standards, green ambitions, digital sovereignty, and even the modest civil protections that underpin liberal democracy. And in this context, Sir Keir Starmer must do three things. First, he must keep his diplomatic powder dry. Trump's unpredictability makes long-term alignment perilous. Any agreement must include sunset clauses, tariff exemptions for vital sectors, and flexibility to pivot if Washington shifts course again. Second, Starmer must resist ideological coercion. Rolling back hate speech laws or gutting online safety protections to appease an American culture war is a Faustian bargain. A trade deal cannot come at the price of British democratic norms or public protection. Third, he must build multilateral alternatives. Trumpism is not forever. Starmer should double down on trade with the EU, CPTPP partners, and Commonwealth countries. Diversification is the only real defence against erratic superpower behaviour. In addition, of course, Starmer must forge a better relationship with China. Let's be clear. Trump's approach is not one of partnership but of pressure. His tariffs are not designed to encourage trade but to extract compliance. His diplomacy is not transactional. It's theological. The US under Trump doesn't seek allies, seeks acolytes. And the role for Britain, then, is not to flatter Trump but to frustrate the very logic of his coercion through patience, principle, and plurality.